and welcome to our webinar on the 5 factors for decision makers to consider an upgrade to SigmaNEST PowerPack. From our worldwide corporate headquarters in Cincinnati, Ohio, the team at SigmaNEST is dedicated to our customer success. The SigmaNEST suite of software leverages tools that improve material yields, machine efficiency, information management, and reduced manpower. My name is Arie Brown, and I am the North American Head of Sales. This webinar today will explore tools that are available in SigmaNEST PowerPack solution. So SigmaNEST is known for the tools that allow our customers to share their CAD/CAM data with the shop floor, all the while communicating instantly with ERP. Our customers have led us at SigmaNEST to develop tools that connect all areas of the shop, from quoting to work orders to nesting NC, to the machines on the shop floor. The flow of information has never been so easy and instantaneous as it is today. Our targeted audience for today's webinar are customers that have SigmaNEST Techno package. I'll be demonstrating 5 of the top reasons our customers choose to upgrade to the SigmaNEST PowerPack, which is the next package up. So what we want to be considering in the background is what's important to your operations. Remnant tracking, sheet analysis, business interface with host ERP, inventory control, and continuous nesting. Let's go ahead and start. One area that I love about the inventory control is that you're able to import all your sheets that are available in your facility into SigmaNEST, and it can become part of the SigmaNEST ecosystem, where we can track the inventory as it's going through the life cycle of your process. So that's found, all our sheets and our inventory is found in the sheets list here, and then we're able to see all the different materials that we've loaded into the plant. I can look at prime sheets, coils, remnants, and future remnants. What I like about is how easy it is to load. So you can hit the new button here. You can receive some material into the plant. Maybe it's a 120 by 60. You receive 20 sheets. You can put like what location that you put it in, into your plant. Maybe where the mill is that you bought it from. Maybe you bought it from, let's say, Klockner. Lots of sheet data information, heat numbers, all that information can be tracked. The value of the material, if it's available for the general inventory, it's reserved for a certain project, or maybe it's on consignment. So just as easy as that, we're able to add 20 new sheets into the module. Then we have also available for you some reports. So let's look at some of the reports here. I'm not going to look at all of them. I want to maybe look at these here. We're going to look at the sheet summary and the grade by thickness and remnant. So let's preview that real quick. The first one here is our sheet summary. So this is all the different materials that exist out in the plant. If it's stock, if it's a remnant, all of that information is stored right here. Very easy, when you're setting up maybe you're going to set up an inventory. You can start out with that and then confirm the locations and stuff and the quantities and all that. Here's the material broke down by grade and thickness. Right here, another report that's available to you right out of the box. And then the last one that I like is the remnant. So here's all the different remnants that we've created as we're working through our processes and stuff that are available out in the plant to us right now. So those are some really neat prints that are available. As you go through the process of loading new programs, grabbing material, updating your completed jobs out there on the plant floor, all that information is updated right here in your inventory control. So your quantities are going down, new sheets are being loaded into the system, and then also remnants are being tracked and made available to you with the update button. Some of the neat things about inventory control. I'd like to start out, I talk about remnant tracking with creating a remnant first, okay, from a raw stock sheet of material. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up just a workspace here, just with some typical parts, hit the new task button, check out the parts, go over here to my sheets list. This is part of it. Now we're actually accessing the inventory control module right here. So we can look at all the different materials that are available in that thickness and that material grade. So you're not seeing all the materials. SigmaNEST is making it very good for you and only showing you what materials are available in that category, okay? So we want to look at raw material. So I'm not interested in seeing any remnants right now or coils. So these are the prime sheets that are available. I'm going to go ahead and pick a 60 by 120 sheet to load this on. I'll go ahead and hit OK here, and then auto nest. This will nest on that sheet. We'll go ahead and create the toolpath real quick. We will create a remnant, create the remnant. Let's go ahead and add text. We'll actually have the machine etch the name of that sheet on the remnant to help us better identify it out in the plant. So we'll go ahead and add the sheet name. It'll be marking. We'll put it at 1 inch high. And we'll put it on the left with an edge clearance of 5 inches. Okay, so set as default, hit OK. All right, so there's our remnant that we've created. There's the etched name of it. We'll go ahead and post it. Now, this posting is kind of what I like to call a trigger event. It actually presents the posted code, but it also takes that remnant and puts it in a WIP folder. We call it update in SigmaNEST, okay? So when I get a signal back from the plant, and by the way, before we do that, let's go ahead and print out a report that the plant would appreciate, and it'll be a good vehicle for them to communicate back to us that the job's been completed. So let's go to reports, and we want to create a future remnants report here. We'll go ahead and hit preview. And this is one report that we'll send out there to tell that operator that we're creating a remnant and we want to know, when it's been completed. So that's what that future remnants report looks like. It has the length, the width, and all of that information, and they'll be able to tell us when it's completed, okay? So we'll go ahead and hit cancel there and get a let's go ahead and update that, okay? So we get the information back from the plant that they've run that remnant is now available. We want to present that to our inventory control module so that the team of programmers will have access to that remnant. So that's found in the update button right here, program update. We can look at the machine that it was cut on. We can look at the remnant. I can double click on it right here. I can see it. I might even put, where the remnant was stored. Maybe that's what they've told us, so I can put the location and all that information in there if I wanted to. I can even do some neat things like rotate if I wanted to and all that other stuff. There's some really neat things that we're able to do. It's available for general inventory. We'll hit OK. We'll hit the update button. Now that job has been completed. That piece of material is now consumed from from our sheets library, and that remnant is now created. Okay, so now let's take it one step further with the remnants. We'll go ahead and set up a new job, new task. We'll just grab a few parts here, maybe these parts, and we'll go to our sheets list, and we'll look at just remnants that are available now. So I want to just see the remnants. Here's the one that we just created, okay? We'll go ahead and nest it on that remnant, okay? So I'll go ahead and hit OK here, OK, and then auto nest. So here we've just had a program, nested it on a 60 by 120, created a remnant, added some marking to it so we can identify it, updated it because we got a signal back from the plant that it was completed, and now we've nested a new job on it to consume that remnant. This will be part of the SigmaNEST process at this facility. This is a very useful tool for our customers for many different reasons. So let's go ahead and start by showing you how the best sheet analysis works. In this case here, we've got some parts here on our screen. We're going to set up a new job, and we have access to us in this category of material, different sheet sizes. Okay, we have some 60 by 120s. We have this. This is a remnant here. So let's look at just the prime sheets. Okay, so 60 by 120, we have a really big piece here, 24 by 96, 80 by 40, 96 by 48. And what we don't know right now as the programmer is which one of these sheet sizes are going to give us, if we had it chosen, would give us the best scrap rate. So I'm going to have SigmaNEST figure that out for me. So let's go ahead and load a 60 by 120, a 80 by 40, and a 96 by 48. And we'll let SigmaNEST figure out which one will give us the best scrap rate. Okay, now notice here, this is important. Notice that they have quantities, 15, 15, and 15. With the best sheet analysis tool, you can actually say no best sheet right here. What that means is we would nest on this first sheet size, the 60 by 120, and exhaust all of those sheets before then going down to the second sheet available to us, and so on to the third sheet. This would be great if we had a stack of remnants out there in the plant that they have staged, with the cranes, and we wanted to pull, the first one off and have the program or the operator consume that piece, then go to the second one that was right under it, and then we can actually set that up here to nest in that way. Okay, so to make it easier for the operators out there on the floor. That's no best sheet. Best sheet mixed is another option. There's only 3. The best sheet mixed would say, if I needed one 80 by 40 and one 46 by 98, I can choose that. SigmaNEST can choose that. Okay, so we're going to consider all 3 different sheet sizes and come up with the best scrap rate using all of the material available to us. Now, best sheet fixed would say to SigmaNEST, I want you to pick one of these 3 sheet sizes and only use that sheet size for this job. Okay, figure that out and let me know the answer. Okay, so let's go with best sheet mixed for this demonstration. We'll hit OK and auto nest. And SigmaNEST will look at those 3 sheet sizes and look at the job that's available to it, that we've been assigned to it, all the parts that are needed, and it'll tell us how many what we need to do. So if you look down here in the bottom left-hand corner, SigmaNEST picked out the 60 by 120. Okay, that would give us the best sheet. Okay, this also is very handy if you're getting ready to order material from your local material vendor, and you have a big project coming up and you want to know exactly the right sheet size to order from. Maybe the vendor is giving you a freedom of lengths. Maybe it's 60 inches is the width, but on this coil, but they can cut it at 1-inch increments however you want it. You could use the best sheet analysis to help you select the right sheet size that's going to give you the best scrap rate. Best sheet analysis. Continuous nesting is very helpful if you're combining work orders. Let's say that you have a facility. Your facility has multiple jobs that are being loaded into SigmaNEST, multiple customers say. What you can do is you can go here to this work order queue right here within SigmaNEST, and we can see real quickly by just hitting this due date here that we have a lot of jobs here that we need to process. Okay, so each one of these jobs, if I were to double click on here, we can see all the different parts that exist in these different work orders. Okay, we're also able to see the customer name, the work order number, the due date, all of that information that we need to even materials and thicknesses, and you can have different materials, different thicknesses, all of that contained in one job. So in this case here, this steel service center has multiple jobs that they want to run, and what they want to do is they want to combine those and have SigmaNEST nest those down in a continuous nest fashion. Okay, I'm going to show you how that works. All we have to do is simply load however many jobs that we want SigmaNEST to consider. Okay, in this case here, I'm picking about 7 maybe 6 different jobs. Okay, so let's go ahead and load those into the SigmaNEST workspace. Now, the first way that I'm going to nest, I'm going to nest it in a way that we're going to mix all the work orders together. Maybe we're nesting on a material that's a very high, expensive, material, and we want to get the very best nest. The first thing I like to do is hit this part tile. And when I have multiple work orders here on the screen, I love to hit this little, it looks like a little gear, kind of like. That opens up this window here. And then I can say SigmaNEST color by work orders. Now I'm able to see all the different jobs, all the different work orders, noted by different colors, okay? Just helps me a little bit. If I want to know a little bit more about each one of the parts, I simply just hover over here, left click, and then I can see here in the bottom left-hand corner what the part name is, what the work order, the due date, material thickness, and different things like that. Okay, so I can fly around and see a little bit. So it's very intuitive. It's a very great tool for me as the programmer. Okay, so another tool that I'm going to call up next is called Auto Task. When I look at this screen here and I've pulled in those 6 work orders, I don't know how many different materials I might have just pulled in. So an easy way for me to figure that out is to go over here to this Auto Task. Now, this tool right here is available in Techno, but it's also heavily used in PowerPack for this reason that I'm about to show you. So I can say Auto Task by group. SigmaNEST there in just a couple clicks has told me that I have cold rolled material in this thickness and 2 mild steel materials in different thicknesses. Okay, I can also, with this Auto Task tool, hit this Run button. And when I hit this Run button, this is a predetermined, a little bit of a semi-automation tool that can automatically look at my inventory that's available in that material, nest it down in a way that I want it nested, okay? And then hit the toolpath. I can actually post it if I wanted to. Now, in this case here, I'm not going to actually post it. As you know, posting it makes the G code available for that particular machine. I want to stop it after the nest and the toolpath. I'm not going to post it just yet. And I'll show you why. I want to see what SigmaNEST has done. Okay, so here's my first task. I can come up here and hit this multiple window screen here. That multiple screen window is awesome. You can take parts, you can move it around, you can go from one sheet to the next and all that. And we actually have enough that we can go and we can fill 12 screens, 12 different panes as a lot of our customers use. So here, this particular nesting algorithm that we use for continuous nesting, we're saying mix the work orders together. That'll give us the best nest, but it might not be the best way that we like to process it out there at the machine. It might confuse the operator. I know that we have a tool called Color Offload that will help the operator see where the different work orders are at with the color. A lot of our customers use color coding printers, that denote the different colors, though, that help the operator get the parts to the right areas, the right pallets. Okay, let's just pretend that this one here, we didn't want to mix the work orders. So I'm going to fly right over here to the parameter screen, and I'm going to go to my continuous nesting parameters dialog box here, and I'm going to say do not mix. Okay, now this is going from one extreme to the next. Okay, let's go ahead and hit that and just see what it does. Okay, we'll hit auto nest, renest. This is telling SigmaNEST that, hey, we under no condition can you mix these pieces together, these work orders together. So notice we have a big void right here because we have this big part here, and we can't start nesting these this work order here, the green ones, until we've completely nested the red ones. Okay, now there is a happy medium that I like to bring out, and it's right over here. We can go right back here to our advanced, and we can hit group. Okay, set as default. Okay, nest, renest. This is going to give us a slightly different result. I like this because it's not crazy nesting them together, but it is taking advantages of areas that we want SigmaNEST to do. Okay, it's grouping the work orders together. So this is continuous nesting. So many benefits start coming from this. the more parts that SigmaNEST has to nest, by combining these multiple work orders, bringing all these work orders in, that gives us a better nesting result. It's a less changeover at the machine. The machine, we're not having to set up for a particular customer, cut all that stuff, take the remnant, put it in the stock, bring it back out, maybe set up for the next customer, cut their parts out. So this is a very efficient use of the machine as well. And then also all the forklift action, all the the material, the manpower required to support multiple changeovers and customers and all that stuff is very time consuming. It leads to increased machine use, your capacity starts to drop and stuff. So this continuous nesting module that you can put on top of the PowerPack solution is very helpful for our customers. When you get PowerPack, you actually have the foundation needed to build on a fully smart connected shop. The first thing that people like to do is to connect their ERP systems, your business system. We would like to be able to see new materials that are being loaded into your ERP system. Your new sheets that you're loading into the plant can come over automatically. We have a product called SimTrans that we would bolt on top of your PowerPack. Okay, so that's one of the first things that they like to do. They also our customers like to import and share that data of new jobs being loaded into the ERP. We call them work orders in SigmaNEST. So if we look here at SigmaNEST here, we can see that with SimTrans and with PowerPack, we're able to connect the ERP. So when you're loading new jobs into this is just an example of a steel service center that's getting jobs that's coming in from sales or whatever. They're being loaded into the database as orders into your ERP system, your business system. And that information is going over into what I like to call a watch folder by usually a CSV file or something like that. But we're actually seeing that with SimTrans and communicating that information over to SigmaNEST. That sets us up for all kinds of great benefits, like combining work orders. It's so much faster, so much efficient, to be able to get that information, work orders, new material. It reduces the duplication of efforts. You're not having to pay somebody to load that information into the database and then send files or worksheets over to your programmers and have them then manually load that information into the system. So these are great benefits to connecting your ERP, but then also with SimTrans, you're able to connect SigmaNEST to the shop floor with products like Load Manager. If you have multiple machines and you're wanting to do load balancing, you're able to do that very easily, and PowerPack lets you to do that foundation. Also, the color offload system, when those jobs are assigned to a certain machine out there on your floor, we're able to do that through SimTrans and through the PowerPack system. So really, PowerPack becomes the foundation needed to build that connected shop. So if you're interested in that, if you're interested in MRP and a lot of the quoting tools, all of that needs PowerPack as your foundation solution. All right, just wanted to recap the different factors that we were talking about, just to kind of look over this webinar really is designed to generate conversations with our customers on how SigmaNEST can be a vital partner in the production improvement process. If you'd like to learn more about what we've talked about today, go ahead and reach out to us. You can call our sales line right there that's on the screen. Or you can even go to our website there at sigmanest.com and you can request a demo. So on behalf of the entire Sigmatek team, I would like to thank you for attending today's webinar. We look forward to hearing from you and sharing the technology and all the tools that we have available to you today.